to talk to you a little bit about fossil fuels and renewable energy. Okay? So you've maybe heard the term fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are essentially fuels that have been made from the remains of millions and millions of plants and animals that died millions of years ago. And then they were all squished under lots of heat and pressure under the Earth's surface and turned into fuel use. So the three main ones are oil, coal and natural gas. Now when we burn fossil fuels, they produce energy which allows us to generate electricity and do other things as well, like run our cars. So really useful, but there's a problem. There are two problems actually. The first problem is that these fuels, these fossil fuels, are what we call non-renewable resources. Okay? So that means that when we use them up, there's no more. It takes millions of years for these fuels to be formed, and I don't know about you, but I don't really fancy going millions of years without electricity. No, not ideal. The second problem is that they produce what are called greenhouse gases, the greenhouse emissions. Now these are gases like carbon dioxide that go up into the Earth's atmosphere. If there's too much of this gas, too many of these gases in the Earth's atmosphere, it traps lots of heat on the Earth's surface, and that makes the planet a bit warmer. Now, this is bad because it can melt ice at the North and South Pole. It can cause the oceans to acidify, which is really bad for the plants and animals that live there. It can cause extreme weather, like hurricanes, which occur more frequently. So, not ideal, not ideal. That's why we need to try and move away from using fossil fuels towards what's called renewable energy. Now renewable energy, unlike fossil fuels, won't run out because it's generated by things like wind, waves, the sun, solar power, and we're probably not going to run out of these things. So really, really useful. It also doesn't emit greenhouse gases, really. So it's better for the atmosphere and for the planet in general. Now, wind power is a popular one. You'll see loads of wind turbines when you're driving through the countryside, or you can see them out in the sea sometimes as well. They work, they generate electricity using the power of wind, which is really, really useful in Scotland because it's always windy here.